Don't reach for it.
And what do you do for work?
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box?
It is tough to imagine, but there are some dudes out there who love pretending to be cops. But obviously it doesn't end well for them when they are finally caught in the act by the actual police and are held accountable for this. We begin with 26-year-old Rico Treshawn Duke, who created a Tinder profile pretending to be a police officer. Claiming to be a deputy with the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, he matched with a woman, unaware that she actually worked at the sheriff's office. As the woman checked, she realized there was no deputy by that name, and that's when she informed the authorities. An officer then took over her account and began communicating with Treshawn. They eventually decided to meet, and Treshawn surprisingly arrived in police gear, having no clue that he would be welcomed by the sheriff's deputies.
Ian, you want to set up a hands team on that side? We're going to set up a hands team.
Uniform, sir. You got a badge on your shirt.
Yeah, we're direct. Okay. We'll be hands over here. Cool. Yeah, we'll work it on this side. Keep your hands up. Follow my command. Step out slowly. Keeping your hand up. Close your door and walk towards me. If you reach for that gun, you will be shot. Keep your hands up. Keep them up higher, man. Stop.
Stop right there. Turn around. Put your hands up your head.
Do not reach for that firearm. Don't reach for it.
Treshawn couldn't surprise his girlfriend and was promptly arrested. Shockingly, he was even carrying a loaded firearm with him, which was also seized by the police.
Gun let off. Coming back this way. Walk backwards. Shift to your left, man. I'll explain everything in a minute.
The weapons on you, man?
All the person one in custody vehicle is clear.
I'll have you take a seat, okay?
Yeah.
Is your ID in here?
Yeah.
May I grab it?
Yeah.
The individual was then handcuffed and transported to the police station where the police interrogated him, as this was deemed as a serious problem.
Yeah, I'm right here. Come on. Good to take him out and go up, or you want to, am I good to leave my car for a minute?
Yeah, you can leave your car.
Deputy Chief?
I'll take him.
And what do you do for work?
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box? How long have you worked there?
Not too long. Maybe since like December.
Since December? Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on today?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Can you tell me why you're in a Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department
I
uniform?
bought this from Kaufman's.
You bought it from Kaufman's? Tell me about that.
Maybe
When did you buy it?
some months ago.
How long?
Some months ago.
Some months
Not
ago?
long, yeah.
Do you know like what month it was?
I don't.
Okay.
Just
The female detective continued to question Treshawn, focusing on the items that he had and where he had acquired them. To her surprise, he remained remarkably calm and offered a bizarre explanation for everything that he had been doing.
Why did you get the uniform?
just for like promotional stuff.
Promotion?
Yeah.
What do you mean, promotional stuff?
Psyche says so.
Okay.
Videos and stuff.
Okay. So to promote BCSO?
Yeah.
And do you work for the Sheriff's Department?
No.
And how do you promote BCSO?
It's like videos and stuff.
Videos and stuff? What kind of videos do you take?
Just like the buildings, BCSO, try to get like pictures with them and stuff.
Okay. Have you taken a lot of videos and stuff?
I'm just starting, so no.
Oh, just starting?
Yeah.
Have you taken any yet?
No.
And when you went into Kaufman's, did you have to show any identification that you worked for the Sheriff's
They
Department?
asked me, but I told them I didn't have any. I was just getting some stuff for promotional videos for BCSO.
Okay. And they were okay just selling it to you without any identification? Okay. So, do you know it's a crime to impersonate a law enforcement officer?
Right.
And so wearing the uniform, tell me about your mindset with that.
I didn't think too much about that, to be honest.
Okay.
That wasn't my plan.
That was an input?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about the gun on your hip and stuff? And
That's my personal.
that's your personal
Yeah.
gun? Okay. Where did you buy that?
I bought that from, I want to say ABQ Guns off of Coors.
Do you know when you bought it?
April, probably say beginning of March.
Beginning of March this year?
Yeah.
And is that the only firearm you own?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then, I know there's a lot of stuff I know, and I want to ask you about, and depending on how honest you are with me, I know I can gauge your truthfulness.
Right.
So I know about your Tinder profile. Tell me about posting all those pictures.
Just a post, I guess.
After gathering all the details from Treshawn, the male detective took over and warned him about the serious consequences of impersonating a police officer in public.
Some of the things is, people aren't always so friendly towards officers.
Right.
And they have, we've had recent events where they've shot at people in uniform, on or off duty.
Right.
And I'd hate for you, not being an officer, to put yourself in that situation.
Right.
All right, and we've had some people, I'm not saying you're this type of person, but we've also had some people pretending to be cops, doing
Yeah.
something dumb, getting themselves in trouble.
Right.
So if this is just something that you're doing because you think you're trying to do something good or for whatever reason,
Right.
just know it's, for lack of better terms, it's not a safe thing to be doing.
Understood.
Have you ever applied to be a law enforcement officer?
I think I took the test for APD last year sometime. Ended up not passing the test. So,
What part did you not pass?
so I passed the first part, which was the written, I believe. And then they have the part where you take like the 600 question test.
Oh, yeah.
So you're there for a few hours. I think it was that one.
Oh, okay.
Treshawn was interviewed as the detectives continued questioning him about his actions. Eventually, the investigation concluded, and he was charged with impersonating a public official and unauthorized use of a uniform or badge. Now, if you thought this was bad, this next individual took it even further, thinking it would be a hilarious joke to wear a police uniform.
The dry cleaners up there that I was working at, and I saw it and I just kind of tried it on and I was goofing off, and I Googled, I thought because there's no badge, I couldn't get for it.
A 29-year-old man posted content on his TikTok page wearing a New Mexico State Police uniform. The police noticed pretty quickly, and now they wanted the uniform back.
Are you available right now? Do you need to speak with him in person?
We do. If he wants to even come over here, bring the uniforms, and we'll kind of talk to him.
It's regarding the uniforms that you're using? Okay.
He's not under arrest. We just want to talk to him.
Under arrest. You're not under arrest, but you need to take care of this. Okay. He's working right now, but he can set up a time that he can meet you.
We'd like to get it handled right away.
Okay. They want to handle it right away, but I don't know what to tell you. You know, so you can come now. You can. He says he can leave at 5 when he gets off.
No, not going to work. Wherever he's at, we'll go talk to him and get him back.
He'll press charges. So you want to meet him at the house pretty quickly and handle it. You need the uniforms. You're not under arrest at this point.
The man was nowhere to be found, so the officer spoke to his parents to track him down.
He borrowed it from a friend. Well, you need to
Okay.
tell them all this. You need to tell them.
Yeah. He's not under arrest. We just want to talk to him and get to the end of it and come to a resolution.
Yeah. So
His cooperation will work in his favor.
yeah, absolutely. She's saying your cooperation is going to work in your favor. They just need to have some details. So do you want to meet them at the house? What do you want to do? Okay. Where are you at? Where are you going to be? 818? Okay. I'll let him know. Or you can go over to our house, 816, whatever. Okay. Fine. He said if you can give him 10 minutes, he'll meet you over at the
Yeah.
818 or 816.
Okay. And what was your name, ma'am?
Shelly.
Shelly? Amanda. Nice to meet you. Thank you for your cooperation and helping us out. Yeah, we'll head over there and wait for him then. Like I said, he's not going to jail. He's not under arrest or anything like that. So
Tried to call him.
I got hold of him.
What?
Yeah, he's going to meet him there in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's regarding the uniforms that he's using on TikTok.
The uniform. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's wearing our uniforms and making TikToks and making some kind of like nefarious comments and about drugs and stealing cars and the state police will pay you to get out of jail and taking drugs from evidence. None of that aligns with state police's morals or values or our professionalism or our mission here as state police. So obviously that caught a lot of attention to the agency and to everyone. All of the officers are getting it sent to them. So that's what we came to find out was we just need our uniform back and it just needs to kind of end. It is illegal in state statute to wear a state police uniform that hasn't been issued to or isn't yours and trying to impersonate yourself as a New Mexico State police officer. And that's not what we're looking to do right now. We're not trying to cart him off to jail or anything. We just want to talk to him and be like, hey man, like give us a uniform, like just kind of cool. We get it. It's TikTok. It's all fun. I mean, we watch TikTok like it is, but obviously this caught our attention, so we just kind of wanted to resolve it.
Now this is what happens when clout chasers try to play dress up, but that ends up backfiring.
Hi there, how are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Officer Richards, Mexico State Police.
I know what you guys
So, yeah. So, why we're here, man.
I do. And I was goofing off. I'll be totally honest with you guys.
Yeah, we got it.
Because of the dry cleaners up there that I was working at, and I saw it, and I just kind of tried it on, and I was goofing off, and I Googled, I thought because there's no badge, maybe I couldn't get for it.
Okay.
I have, somebody behind it who produces it and stuff, and told me, okay.
Okay, so it is illegal in New Mexico State statute under the 29th chapter. There's impersonating an officer, but this one falls under a different one, specifically to New Mexico State Police. So we just wanted to kind of talk to you and see if we could get the uniform.
It's over there now.
It's over there. Okay, was it a friend or someone that you got it from?
Yeah, I was working with him, and like I said, he owns it, and I was just helping out with the
Who was it that you got it from?
Chaz.
Chaz?
Chaz. La Única.
Huh?
La Única.
Chaz La Única?
No, it's called La Única.
No, who's the officer that you got it from?
No, it was just at the dry cleaners.
Oh.
Well, it was a friend. He's a friend, but it was at the dry cleaner place.
Yes.
And then you brought it home though, and we're making
No, it was. I made him.
Okay.
So whose uniform?
I don't know. I really know. I swear I don't know. It was a dry. So it's at the dry cleaners now. It's getting washed.
Uh-huh.
And it's still there.
So you just put it on?
I did.
Okay, we could go over there and be like, whose uniform is this? And they're going to tell us. And if they know you.
So you've already said twice that.
Yeah, man. It's just.
No, I swear, man. It's a friend who had it. You know what I mean? It was a dry cleaner. That's why I said I got nervous. So it's at the friend's place. I promise.
I think you know whose officer it is.
I really don't.
So do you work there?
I was helping him out yesterday, yeah.
But you've been making them for the past couple days. The TikToks.
It's been there for a few days. You can verify.
Okay, well, we'll go talk to the dry cleaner and see whose uniform it is and see if they're going to tell us who whose uniform it is and who picks it up. It's better for you to just tell us the truth, whose uniform it was.
I swear I have no idea because I didn't know who brought it in. I saw it there hanging up, and
It turns out he didn't even borrow it from someone. He took it from a local dry cleaner where he was working. Now, stealing officers' clothes just to go viral? That's pretty low even for a TikToker.
Okay, and it was there for a couple days, and you made TikToks over a few days? Because you made one 16 hours ago, and the other one was like 3 days ago. And
yeah. I promise, I made a couple of them.
so if I go ask your mom, show her the videos, like, hey, is this in your house?
Yeah, go ahead.
And she's going to say, this isn't in my house?
Yep.
So we came earlier. Were you here? Or?
I just got back.
Back.
My aunt dropped me off.
Well, can't be doing that. We can't have videos.
I'll delete it right now.
Yeah.
I can't do it because I don't run the account, so.
You don't run your own TikTok account?
I have like producers and stuff.
Really?
We're pretty famous.
Yeah, I've seen him before. Man, I get it. It's all fun and games.
I know, and
You don't have to be so freaked out. We're just here to talk to you and be like,
Our chain of command, our chief saw
it was disrespectful, you know what I mean?
It
is.
And I was just
we're very
trying to goof off, and
we're very prideful about our uniform and our agency and the job we do, you know. And so, like I told your mom, none of the things said on the videos align with any of state police's policies or values or anything like that. So obviously, you know, these guys, the guys out here working hard, you know, so our uniform is something that's very, very near and dear to us.
I know, and it wasn't, like I said, I'm just kind of like a comedian, and I know that certain things shouldn't be that it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I will call right now and have them take it down.
Okay. I think that's all we need from you. Let me just we have a couple phone numbers that we had listed for you, but I just want to make sure we have the best one.
Different phone numbers.
Yeah.
My current one.
What's the best one for you?
505 660 9839.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, or you could go down the alley, so you go right, and then they go right down or left, right down the alley, and you'll see it.
Okay.
All right, man. Well, thanks for your.
If you want, I can take them down like right in front of you guys.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure we'll see it, but.
Yeah, we'll see it.
Yeah.
That we'll just ask for you to take it out.
No, I'm gonna take them down right now.
Yeah, that was.
All right, man. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Yeah, appreciate your cooperation.
Even though the man cooperated with the police officers, the situation still remained bizarre. He casually wore someone else's uniform, filmed it for clout, and then acted like it was no big deal.
Hi there, how are you? Are you the owner of this?
The manager, yeah.
So was Alden, how do you say his last name? Hamdi?
Hamdi.
Was he here working?
Yeah.
Does he work with you? Okay, do you know why we're here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is it?
Figured.
Yeah, did you see his TikToks and stuff he was making
No, I
with our
didn't.
uniform?
But he did tell me, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
He told me when today.
no, the other, like when it happened, I guess. Or,
So was he making them here?
yeah.
Okay, so we can kind of see in the videos the background of where they were made. Is that uniform still here?
I believe so.
Okay, can you show us that it's still here, and so we can see whose it was?
Oliver.
They're probably okay.
Oliver?
I think he's here for the legislature. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, that's it. So was he wearing it like before? Did this officer know that he was wearing it?
No, I don't know. I didn't even know. And then, yeah.
What's his first name?
Yeah. Tate, I think. Nate.
Nate?
Oliver Nate. Oh, okay.
Nate Oliver? Okay. Well, I just want to caution you as a business owner, you know, things he's doing and stuff. So, because now he seemed pretty scared that we showed up to his house and but the videos. But like I explained to him, just the things he's talking about and doing in the videos, especially wearing our uniform, are not.
What does he say in the video?
There's just nefarious things, drugs, stealing cars, like taking, you know, drug evidence and keeping, like just things that an officer, yeah, saying things that just like we wouldn't do, rapping about things and just things that just don't align with our department and the members of the department. So that's why we kind of had to try to nip it and be like, hey man, it's not cool. I get TikTok and social media and all that, and people, I don't know if he knew what he was doing was illegal. I think he knew it was wrong, but so we just kind of had to come talk to him and be it's not cool, and then try to get our uniform back if it was in the wrong hands, but it's here. So like I said, I would just caution you about your employees and them putting people's clothes on and stuff, you know. And then
You guys are always so polite and like
The owner laughed off the fact that the employees were trying on customers' clothes like it was a joke. Well, I mean, you gotta give it to him. It's not every day you see a grown man stealing dry clean police gear just to pretend online. The man was eventually charged with 1 count of unauthorized wearing of a uniform. And you'll be shocked, as this wasn't the last time an individual was caught impersonating an actual cop.
I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm not a cop.
Okay. Where'd you get that badge from?
I bought it offline.
Okay. Do me a favor, stay in here, okay, for a second.
It is hard to believe, but there are plenty of weirdos out there who attempt to impersonate a police officer and try to gain some perks. Today we'll be going through these cases where fake police officers were caught in their act and immediately arrested. Make sure to stick around till the end, as the last fake cop will leave you shocked.
He's got the whole 9, like he is a cop and he's not. He's a
On September 9th, 2019, an Albuquerque police officer noticed a man had pulled someone over without a police car. Curious about the situation, he approached to investigate.
You gotta talk to her for a minute.
I do.
What's going on? Who do you work for?
Early country talk.
Oh, okay.
I know, I'm under-equipped.
Okay, because normally you do, if you're out here, man, if you're making a traffic stop, you're just gonna have to stop, dude. Alright? Are you, you say you work for Bernalillo Sheriff's?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an ID with you?
I mean, this is all I got on me. Like I said, I'm under-equipped. I was just heading over there to the courthouse.
The officer quickly realized that something was wrong with the situation. He later found out that this guy was impersonating a Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputy, and the badge he had just shown him was purchased off of eBay.
To the courthouse for what?
To get my crap.
Okay.
I know, it makes no sense. I caught him going 120 down I-40.
Okay. Why do you have lights on this vehicle?
Personal? I know.
Do you have an ID with you at all?
No, I keep it on my uniform.
Okay. What's your name?
Brendan Wazinski.
What is it?
Brendan Wazinski.
Brandon?
Yes, sir.
Simple. And I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, yeah, he was speeding, dude. You could have called it in, and because if you get into shooting, you're
right.
All right, man.
I understand. This, for starters, I know this looks really bad.
Right.
This looks really bad. This screams whacker.
Right. How long you been on?
About 3 years.
Okay. I've been on for like 13 years. All right. So I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I've never done anything to against protocol, but you need to be a little bit more careful, all right? So just do me a favor, hang tight for a second, okay?
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna, and that's it, all right?
The Albuquerque cop worried about the safety of this fake cop, as he had no clue that someone would be lying about this. He went to his car and started to investigate the situation. Little did he know, Brendan Wazinski had made a huge mistake.
In the meanwhile, man, until I get somebody out here, man, do me a favor. I'm not gonna handcuff you, but I'm gonna have you sit in the back of my car, all right?
All right.
Do you have anything on you, man? Any weapons or anything? Okay.
Keys and wallet.
That's fine. Just have a seat, all right?
All right.
Try to get everything cleared up, man. Just have a seat.
Brendan was briefly detained, and he confessed the truth after only a few minutes in the back of the police car. Even the officer was baffled by what he was hearing.
What's up, man?
All right. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm not a cop.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna be.
Where'd you get that badge from?
I bought it offline.
Okay. Do me a favor, stay in here, okay, for a second.
Okay.
I was heading northbound on 4th Street. See this unit, 50 Ford, another car. And I'm like, okay, it's this car that's right here. And the guy was wearing jeans, no gun belts, no nothing, a t-shirt. And I'm like, and right now when I was getting out, he's like, hey, let me talk to you again. I was like, no, I'm not a cop. I just bought this badge online. And he has lights and everything, like 50 Ford car, because he said it was going like 120. off the interstate.
The bizarre nature of this case surely stunned the officers, as Brendan had a badge that looked quite real, handcuffs in his car, and a handgun in the lockbox under his driver's seat.
Hey, Brendan, step out of the vehicle for a second, man. Okay, face the vehicle. At this point right now, you are being under arrest. Do you understand? Okay. Go ahead and have a seat. And give me a moment, and then we're going to talk a little bit more, okay?
All right.
You got this online?
It was at one point my father's.
Okay, can I ask your name?
Brandon.
Brandon?
Yes, sir.
And your last name, Brandon?
What if I call my wife and tell her I'm not coming home tonight?
That's going to be a decision these gentlemen make. If you'll hang tight.
Yeah, give us a little bit, all right?
Okay?
Amazingly, Brandon didn't even know his pregnant wife's phone number, despite her being close to her due date. Frustrated with his security job, he decided to become a fake cop instead.
I'll have somebody pick it up right now. We're going to go down to the left, down the hallway. Before I start everything, I just want to advise you of your Miranda rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney.
Courtesy and parking.
Courtesy and parking? Mm-hmm. Is that for the city, or who does that for?
It's a security company.
Okay. And say that again? The Albuquerque...
Courtesy and parking.
Courtesy and parking. Then what happened when you saw him going that fast? Was it on the freeway, on the street?
Freeway.
Okay, then what happened?
Flashed my lights, pulled him over.
Okay.
And then that's about the time that you got there.
Okay. The lights, were they in your car, or personal car, or company car?
My car.
Your personal car?
Yes.
Okay.
The officer then proceeded to question Brendan, and he also lied to these. It was clear that he was trying to get some sympathy from the cops.
When I made contact with you, I noticed you had a badge. Where'd you get that badge from?
It belonged to my dad.
It belongs to your dad? When was
Well,
he?
it did.
It did? Is he still around, or did he pass away?
Well, he was killed.
Oh, he was killed, okay. When was he killed?
About 5-6 years ago.
Okay. When did he leave the department?
He didn't leave, he was killed in line of duty.
Oh, was he now? Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Brendan also claimed that his father was a Bernalillo County deputy and that he was killed while he was on duty. However, records reveal that this was a lie. His father was never employed as an officer or deputy anywhere in the country.
He said he used to work for BCSO, Bernalillo County Sheriff's. Okay. And when I approached you, why did you identify yourself as a deputy or a part of BCSO?
I freaked out.
Okay. Okay, because I asked you your date of birth, and you initially gave me something in 1994.
Right.
Okay. Do you have any weapons in your vehicle?
There's a handgun in a locked case under the seat.
Okay. Is there anything inside the vehicle that we should know about?
The glove box, I think I have a set of handcuffs and some extra ammunition for the handgun.
Okay. Alright. For now, that'll conclude our interview.
He was charged with impersonating a police officer and was sentenced to 1 year of probation. Apart from that, he was also asked to undergo a psych evaluation. Well, if you thought this fake officer story was bizarre, you won't believe what this next cop impersonator had to say.
I'm gonna detain you for right now.
Okay.
All right.
On September 1st, 2023, several Atlanta police officers were dispatched to the scene of a car accident. As they arrived, they saw a very unusual sight. One of the guys in the car was in handcuffs.
What's going on, ma'am?
Somebody just hit us at the red light. This is my husband.
Is he okay? Sir? He in handcuffs? Why is he in handcuffs?
I can't answer no questions, sir.
Hold on 1 second. Leave him there. 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 Radio, can I get a photo of my location? I have a black male with lacerations to his face.
Who took the handcuffs off?
I don't know. Yo, whose car is this?
Huh?
Whose car is this? Hey, how did he wind up in handcuffs, love? How did he wind up in handcuffs?
I don't know how to put that in. Sorry, we just left the strip club.
Which strip club?
Peaches.
Peaches? Okay. I got you. Over on RDA?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Did you guys get into it with security over there?
Sir, I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is that's my husband.
Gotcha.
The officers couldn't believe how a situation like this could occur, and as they investigated further, they found out that a police officer at a bar had done this. The cops went to the bar, where they then met 49-year-old Terrence Jacks wearing a cop uniform.
Homeland. Okay. Did y'all have some shit up here a little bit ago? Male and female get into it with anybody?
Yeah.
Sure left in a pair of cuffs?
Yeah.
Alright, what was the story with that?
They were just drunk.
Alright.
And
whose handcuffs is he wearing?
Mine. He took off. He jumped in the SUV and took off.
Yeah. I mean, it's Metro to Fair, so like almost down to 166. Wiped out real hard. Hurt some people, hurt themselves.
Terrence claimed that he was a special agent with the Department of Homeland Security, but as the cops investigated, they realized he was lying, as the car's number returned to a school.
The license plate is off of a Bluebird school bus from Tucker, Georgia. That's how he got a GB tag.
Radio check this thing.
Is it just a scanner? The jacket in the back seat is just a regular old raincoat. It doesn't say police on it. Got it? Beautiful. Put this in the bag with all the other evidence, because that's going to be evidence also.
You don't have blank. So I guess it's not.
He was immediately detained and handcuffed, and the cops were shocked to discover he had a badge and other equipment. They seized everything, including the made-up police cruiser. Jack was taken to the police station, where he was charged with impersonating a police officer and was later sent to the Fulton County Jail. It turns out there are plenty of weirdos who think they can imitate cops and have some sort of authority.
He's got the whole nine, like he is a cop and he's
Correct.
not. He's a
Yes.
wannabe.
On June 15th, 2024, a family contacted the police after someone had activated police lights in the middle of the road and asked them to stop. Shortly after, the cops arrived and started questioning the suspect, a familiar figure with the cop.
Okay, all right. I've got a dash cam too if you ever want to pull that footage. It's got Quentin on it.
You don't have any weapons in the car or nothing like that, right?
I have a weapon on my right, but that's my concealed.
I thought maybe he was. No, he's not a cop. He's from California. And he's got a pistol on him. I kind of want to check the car to see what kind of stuff he has as far as.
Do we know the history of what's going on?
So supposedly he has no business getting involved in this car. Initially he acted like he had no idea what I was talking about. And then he said that it was, I asked him if there was like a road rage incident, and he kind of played stupid initially, and then he's like, oh, you're talking about this car. Well, I followed him all the way from 725 southbound on 75 from Austin, and they were kind of going back and forth, and he supposedly hit his lights on his SUV, like, dude, I mean, look at him, he's got it's like odd.
The individual was identified as Dennis, and the officer continued to investigate him as he was shocked by the way he tried to impersonate a cop.
Dennis, do you mind, how do you kick these lights on?
Oh, the lights I had were just the rears. What's your SOS?
Okay.
Actually, I got an amber clear, but no red and blue. I can turn those on to where you should.
Okay.
Fighting in the parking lot. Black Honda Civic, last seen towards Franklin on 73. White female, one black male with a child in the seat and back seat. We did.
And I never even turned the front ones on. It was just the rear. It'll chirp.
You're clear on
but I never hit that.
But then this whole situation goes all the way from north of Austin, coming south, and they're claiming that you're trying to ram them off the road. And then I come up here, and I appreciate, you loving police and stuff like that, and the thin blue line stuff, I respect that, all right? But you have lights, you have a siren on the car, you have a pistol on you, you have spotlight, you have handcuffs. What's the handcuffs for?
Like I said, I used to work security. They've just been hanging there ever since. Spotlight doesn't even work.
Okay.
Turns out, Dennis has all of the equipment of a police officer. He lied about not having a red and blue light on his car, but that would later be exposed. Meanwhile, the officer decided to search Dennis and ultimately detain him momentarily as he investigated the case.
Put me in.
Dennis tried to play it cool and didn't cause any trouble. However, the couple he had intimidated soon arrived and were ready to expose the truth about this fake cop.
Looking at me in the mirror, I went like that, like, hey, back up, dude, you're too close.
Right.
And then he tried to hit us 2 or 3 different times on the highway. He kicked all of his lights on, swerved over to get behind us again, and then followed us all the way here.
So these lights, like what
Yes.
are on right now?
Yep. He had every damn one of them.
Did you see any
No, I
blue
did not
lights?
see any blue.
Okay. Any
What was
red?
it, orange?
He was almost trying to make a traffic stop on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I wasn't going to stop because I know better. That's not a cop car.
Right.
So,
Okay.
is he a cop?
No.
So he shouldn't have any.
No. 72 local. I'm waiting on some stuff.
What was he saying? It was all bullshit.
He initially acted like he had no idea what I was talking about, and then once he realized...
all the bullshit was up.
Yeah. So...
yeah, because if he would have followed me into Walmart, I was whooping his ass in the parking lot. That easy.
Yeah. Okay. Did he say anything to you?
No, I mean, I tried to get away from him, and he's like, because that van won't get out of its own fucking way, man. It's a minivan.
Right.
And I was just trying to get away from him.
The suspect's actions on the road were highly reckless. He deserved to be arrested right there on the spot. Shortly after talking to the suspect, the officer decided to go on and arrest the cop impersonator.
He's going to be arrested for impersonating a police officer. He's got a pistol on him, so that's automatically a felony. So that'll be the charges that we'll pick up on him for impersonating a police officer. He can't have he got handcuffs, pistol.
He's got the whole 9, like he is a cop, and he's
Correct.
not. He's a wannabe.
Yes.
They really prey on women, pull them over.
He would have pulled something, and I had
I'm
my
glad
gun.
you're okay, dude,
I would have
because
shot his ass.
it's the first... It's that way, man. Put your hands together for me, like you're clapping. Arrest, my man.
For?
Well, you have multiple priors for impersonating a police officer.
Okay.
You have a pistol on you that you're not allowed to have.
Why not?
You were trying to stop him by turning your lights on and so on and so forth.
I never attempted to stop him at all.
You can't turn your lights on behind him with everything that you have going on in the car.
I never had the front lights
You're
on.
not an emergency vehicle whatsoever.
Okay.
You have been down this road before.
Okay.
All right.
It turns out that Dennis had tried to impersonate a cop multiple times and had also been arrested quite a few times. Some people just never seem to learn from their past. However, as the officers searched his vehicle, they found something disturbing inside.
All right, have a seat. You need me to crack a window or anything?
Can I?
Good. I'll be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever dealt with an impersonating police officer to this extent.
Dude, this literally, look, he's writing down.
Now, while that was bizarre, watch how this next individual took it even further, pretending to be an officer and pulling over speeding cars in his free time.
Try to make a traffic stop on somebody in an unmarked car. What the fuck? Dude, if I was an average citizen, I would think that was the cop. Right.
Actually, you're under arrest right now.
Why am I under arrest?
Try and put your hands behind your back.
Today, we'll be showing you some of the biggest dummies out there who decided to pose as fake police officers and even pull over innocent people. You'll be shocked to see the cases as we keep going on, so make sure to watch till the end.
Well, you realize wearing the sheriff on your chest is basically impersonating law enforcement, whether or not you're carrying a gun.
On January 21st, 2024, an unmarked black vehicle stopped a driver for speeding and flagged down a Columbus police officer for assistance. As officers gathered, they grew suspicious and began discussing whether the individual might be impersonating a cop.
Fugitive apprehension in bail? I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with it. I know it showed me a patch or something, but he stopped his car. He said they've been driving all over the road and he's gonna kill someone. Yes, from your guys and stuff. He like flagged us down and he came over here to see what's going on.
Yeah. This is not going to be a felony stop. I'm going to go to 3 with some more information.
Federal apprehension.
The officer ran the vehicle's plate through dispatch, only to find it registered to the Columbus Police Department, adding to the confusion.
It's going to be out of Ohio. It's Ocean Frank Adam Paul 39. It might come back as the Ohio Fugitives Task Force. I'm not sure if this is law enforcement or what.
That is the case. 120 Marconi Boulevard is the registered address. It is listed as Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program.
It's real. I have to put 120 Marconi. All right. So it's coming back to your guys' HQ. So I don't know. We'll figure out what we got going here. All right.
Yeah, that guy's always all over the place.
What's the task force and fugitive for anybody? Like,
Good question. I called on them.
Yeah, that's...
No, I waved them down. He was going to kill everybody on the road.
What's going on with him?
Dude, he was going 11 on the road, went in front of 3 other people. I'm off duty right now. I'm going home. I got all my gear in the back. I can show my credentials and everything.
Yeah, all right. We checked everything.
Yeah, hey, what's up? He was going to, real problem. So I just stopped him and I flagged the, I saw the Mark Columbus police officer. I flagged him down. I said, you need to go talk to them right now. That's it.
Do you have a badge number?
Shortly after, the police impersonator showed the officer his badge and an ID. Suddenly, the guy was portraying himself as a federal agent.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're federal.
It's no ops. So I don't know how you guys want to deal with it. You can deal with it. He was the first one out here. Yeah, yep. I was punting to him, so I was like, I don't know. Trying to make a traffic stop on somebody?
In an unmarked car? What the fuck?
Who the fuck is he work for? He's the fugitive task force guy, but he's the one that calls in all this stuff. That's we thought it was you guys.
That's the main reason we stopped. We're like, some civilian on here making traffic stops? Yeah.
He was just, I flagged down the first marked car that I saw.
Yeah.
You want my card?
Sure, why not?
Just in case, whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
The driver claimed to be a part of the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program, which holds no authority whatsoever. The officers initially confused him with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, a legitimate federal agency.
He's always calling in BS stuff. That guy right there.
Yeah. You guys have seen him before?
Yeah.
He's always over here doing
I've never
stuff?
seen him before. He's always calling in stuff about 48s and stuff. He's like people from like people out of state and everything. Like, dude, what do you want us to do with it?
But he's like legit though.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. That's what we were trying to figure out. We were like, is this guy real?
I thought it was either you guys or anything. I was like, oh, is it security? Then I was like, but yeah, he's no ops, and I don't know how we're going to handle it.
Yeah, so, I'll talk to him, see what's going on.
Okay, cool. Language line, by the way, too, Spanish.
Oh. I love that.
The officers were puzzled as to why a supposed federal agent would be conducting routine traffic stops. They then spoke with the driver who had been pulled over and decided not to proceed with the arrest, given the uncertainty surrounding the situation.
Dude, I thought we were coming out to something good, though.
That's
like
what
you
I
were
thought.
saying, like, good job.
When we walked up here, like, no one's near the car, and I was like, so...
Yeah. That dude make a traffic stop.
He did.
Get out of our car.
Yeah, that's why I'm not pushing this out. But
Yeah. So you guys never dealt with him on seconds? He used to be kind of popular.
I've seen the car, but they were all lined up here like a felony stop. I'm like, what in the world?
I was like, this has got to be Franklin County, and then I didn't see any marks. So I was like...
Because he has the yellow letters up there like it's Franklin County.
On the front license plate?
Yeah, and me and Columbus were talking, and like, is this guy real? Like, is he a real...
So does he just drive around and do whatever the fuck he wants, or like...
Yeah, I guess he reads like plates and he gets like locations of people.
I want to check this guy for warrants, and we're going to be done with this.
The driver was let go, and the cops were on their way as well. However, the officer was still concerned about the legitimacy of the federal agent. Using the business card provided, he investigated further and found that the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program's website, ohiofap.com, was entirely illegitimate. The following night, the officers went to the impersonator's residence to arrest him.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, you remember me from last night?
Yeah, I do. What's going on?
So we had a couple more developments about that traffic stop. Can you come out here and talk to me?
Yeah. Let me get socks and shoes on.
Actually, you're under arrest right now.
Why am I under arrest?
Try and put your hands behind your back. For unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer.
I have done none of that.
You have the right to remain silent. For what? Anything you say can't be used against you in a court of law. You understand?
I do. Just I don't know what's happening right now. What is happening?
We'll explain it to you in just a minute, but we're gonna do what we need to do and make sure everybody's safe, okay?
Okay.
The impersonator did not resist and was calmly taken into custody. He was placed in the back of a police cruiser while officers continued investigating the case and also explained the arrest to his wife.
Police officer. How did I impersonate a police officer? I never impersonated any police officer. We'll explain all that later.
Last night, there was a traffic stop made on South Cleveland Avenue. Your husband initiated that traffic stop with red and blue lights and stopped a car and detained an individual. He's not a licensed police officer in the state of Ohio, and that is unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer. So, and based on the evidence that we have right now, he's not and never has been a police officer. He can't do that.
Okay.
All of these are misdemeanor charges.
He has a license for bail bond
Bail
insurance.
bonds.
Yes.
Right. Unfortunately, he made a traffic stop on somebody.
Okay, but I know he only did that for the good of, he felt like that was necessary.
I understand.
Even if his intentions were good, it's a violation of someone's Fourth Amendment rights when they are pulled over by someone who isn't a law enforcement officer. Therefore, the arrest was mandatory.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a police car. It even has a computer and everything. Dude, he's a bed in there too. Yeah, he's sleeping there. Dude, he is. Dude, if I was an average citizen, I would think that was the cop. Right. We ran the number bus next to the back of the thing, like a burner phone or something.
Well, it's just like a third party, like, voicemail box, basically. You can get one.
Those shirts in there, though, look pretty, it says to a fugitive agent. I don't know how you get those shirts, though.
Your bail box and you can't have it.
I don't know how he's got Marconi as his address.
Yeah.
I don't either.
The officers were shocked to discover the amount of police gear in his car. He had a body cam, a dash cam, and other equipment used to record his interactions during traffic stops.
So you said what? He said you have more stuff than you do?
Yeah, like gear and stuff.
Oh, really?
That's weird.
It's in a medical bag.
He's got the same like dude bag I have, but he's got that little drink bottle thing on the side. I'm like, how did I get one of that? That's kind of nice.
I don't want to say he's more dedicated, but I mean, he has more gear. He does. Just no authority. If he wants it so bad, just go to the class. Huh? 22 weeks.
Yeah, with all the stuff that he has.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that there's a miscommunication here. My intention is never to impersonate law enforcement. I've never identified myself as such. I am licensed with the state. I am a fugitive recovery agent. Every interaction I've had with anybody, I've had all you guys involved. It was a safety issue on the plate just because of the nature of the job. Right. It's the same reason that my driver's license comes back to Marconi. Right. And it's a safety issue.
The suspect denied the accusations of impersonating a police officer, insisting that he never intended to do so, but the officer wasn't going to let the matter slide so easily.
But based on our conversation last night, you told me that you activated your overhead lights, stopped the car, gave him 11 commands over the PA, pull to the right. You initiated
I asked him to get off the roadway while the Columbus officer was coming.
And the Columbus officer said you had him stopped. The Columbus
He wouldn't move. He was just stopped dead in the road. He was just sitting in the middle of a green light, and I saw the Columbus officer. I hit the lights, and I waved him over, and I said, hey, you got to get this guy right now. You got to get him. He goes, hey, who are you with? I said, I'm with the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program. That's exactly who.
Right.
We're a nonprofit, state of Ohio, right? He goes, okay, cool. Do you have your ID? I showed it to him. I showed it to you. Gave the card.
When we were speaking, I asked you for your badge number. You gave that to me. I said, so you're federal.
I don't believe I didn't respond.
You didn't respond.
No, I think it was said, no, I'm state, and then the other guy was talking to me from the other side. I'm absolutely not federal.
Despite all the evidence against him, the officers offered him a courtesy, claiming that if he changed his car's license plate, they would not tow it to the police station.
Shotguns in there, and some other stuff, right? But if you want to put that in the garage there, that way it's not hanging out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. Are you warm enough?
No.
All right.
The other option, just have her pull that thing into the driveway and park the other car behind it. I don't care if you put the plate on or not. I don't know if you care. If she just wants to pull it in, I'd say let him do that and be done.
I've never driven it, but I guess I'll figure it out.
That way, because it doesn't have any plates on it. Do you know how to get the shotgun out of it?
No, I don't know anything.
Ultimately, the officers allowed his wife to move the car into the driveway so the license plate would no longer be visible. It was clear the officers were showing him some leniency because he had complied with their request.
Are you able to grab his wallet? Pardon me, I'm so sorry.
Are you giving it to him?
Yes. Yep. I'm not taking it for evidence or anything like that. He wanted it, so.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm being straight up with you.
No, I know. I'm sorry. This is really
I totally understand. This is out of nowhere, and it's a lot.
Yeah. I'll figure the car out. Just let me get some shoes and a coat on.
When I was with the Federal Reserve, all federal badges like that, all federal officers and federal agents have badges that look like this.
Oh shit.
$44 and something like that.
Oh yeah, I would take the badge and ID.
Yeah.
Or you take pictures at minimum.
Yeah.
He really believes this stuff. Unless he's found some kind of loophole in the law to be out here doing this, but still, can't be stopping a car, so he can screw himself there. Right.
And I spoke with your wife. We're just going to have her pull the vehicle here into the...
The cops also told him that he would only be charged with some misdemeanors and would be back home tonight after bonding out.
Go to him tonight?
Hey, I love you. I'll call you.
Just do something with the rifle?
It's not loaded. Just put it up there. No, it's not loaded. Don't worry about it. I'll handle it. We got cameras all over the house.
The man was later charged with impersonating an officer, imposing unlawful restraint on a person's liberty, and operating with fictitious plates. As the officers later searched his car, they discovered his body cam, where they saw recordings of him pulling over people and also giving them tickets. However, surprisingly, he was found not guilty on these charges and served no jail time whatsoever. Well, if you think this guy was crazy, this next police impersonator will leave you baffled.
Well, you realize wearing the sheriff on your chest is basically impersonating law enforcement, whether or not you're carrying a gun.
On January 1st, 2023, a couple of Oklahoma police officers were dispatched to a location after a guy called 911 complaining about someone trying to impersonate police pull him over. As the officers went over, they started inquiring about the man.
I'm 19 years old, I ain't something else. If this is going to cause problems and the truck's over there, I'm just going to take off the vest, and I'm from Tennessee. So
why are you wearing the vest?
Well, like I said, I drove from all the way from Tennessee, but I'm not gonna have people call me when I don't even live in this damn state.
Okay.
It's gonna piss me off.
You're a deputy sheriff?
Well, I mean, I work at the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So, I mean, what?
Were you a corrections officer for the
Yes.
sheriff's office? Okay. Why do you wear a vest outside of the facility? Is this an agency vehicle, or is this your personal vehicle?
This is my Kia.
The individual was later identified as 19-year-old Jackson Jones, who claimed to be a corrections officer. However, it was quickly determined that he was lying and would soon be held accountable.
It's just a little odd because whenever I worked in the jail, I took my crap off, especially if I was taking a long drive from Tennessee.
That's what I say, man. If I
Look,
work
I will tell you guys the same
thing.
thing. I have been pulled over so many times in Tennessee and Arkansas.
Right.
Okay? They know. I have told them every single
That
time.
might be true, but
And
it's just a
Oklahoma's
little
pulled me
odd.
over before too, wearing this stuff. I mean, like every time I come up here, I mean, they don't. All they say is it's just odd. I never see it. I was like, well, I mean, guess what? Yeah, I like wearing it. Just like in Tennessee, I got pulled over for it. And guess what?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's against the law or anything. It's just.
And I've even had it taken off, and I've had it set right here before. And they're like, and I get yelled at for. There's like, well, it's kind of weird that you got your belt and your vest.
You got any kind of employment identification?
Dude, they don't give me that when you work at the jail.
Really? You don't have like an access card or an ID badge or anything for the facility that you work at? Oh, so my only deal is when you wear.
Finance, Campbell County. Here you go.
Yeah. Are you commissioned to carry a gun?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
I don't even have a gun on me.
Well, you realize wearing the sheriff on your chest is basically impersonating law enforcement, whether or not you're carrying a gun.
Jackson,
okay. But are you commissioned to be carrying a gun and do you have arrest power?
As if things weren't already suspicious, the officers also discovered an open container inside his vehicle. The situation was quickly worsening for the 19-year-old police impersonator, and it was about to worsen.
Do you understand?
I understand that. I don't understand what's going on.
And you got alcohol in the vehicle.
Well, it's not mine.
Well, that's beside the point.
It's my girlfriend. And I don't drink, so...
Well, it doesn't matter. You realize transporting open container, if any of that's opened or partially missing, that it doesn't matter whose it is. If you're in the vehicle with it, you can be arrested for transporting open container.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not. I literally, it's not mine. She bought it. She lives up there in Luther.
Have you ever heard the phrase of when guys get hemmed up for drugs in their pockets and they say these pants aren't mine?
The officers sensed the danger, and as Jones displayed no information, they proceeded to detain him while they continued investigating the matter.
You don't mind if I search the car?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Step on out if you don't mind. Drop your cord there. Alright, face the vehicle. I'll just check you for, make sure you don't have any guns or nothing.
All I did, literally, I went up to
Let's go ahead. Get the vest off for me. And the only reason I'm having you take it off is so I don't have to worry about the knives or anything you may have on you.
Really? Like I said, it's not in my possession, right?
It is in your possession. It's in your car.
By you owning the vehicle, it being in your vehicle, and it sitting beside you, that is considered possession.
It's my girlfriend's vehicle.
I understand that.
I mean, I've got put up before.
I'm going to try. I mean, we're trying to work with you here.
I know.
We are trying to work with you here.
I understand that.
But we need.
I'm trying to keep my law enforcement records.
Jones was wearing a duty vest and a belt equipped with knives and handcuffs. During the search of his vehicle, no weapon was found. Shortly after, the caller who had reported the incident arrived, and the officers spoke with them.
What brings you to be a cop? Is it like, is it in the family or whatever? Trying to just talk to him. He goes, yeah, a lot of my family are cops and stuff, and I became a cop when I was 18. And then he goes, well, I got a call, I gotta let you go. And then he left. And then when he left, he came towards by the bridge on a turnpike bridge, and he flipped the U-E and was trying to pull another car. He started flashing his lights at him.
Really?
And I didn't know if they pulled over or not, but he was flashing his lights like he was trying to pull them over. I was like, this is kind of strange.
Right.
I got home this while ago and told my wife, and I was like, oh, this caller pulled me over, and I was talking to this guy, and I was trying to see if he goes, well, yeah, because we got a cop friend that lives in Wellston. I was going to call him later on when he wakes up to see, because I think he works night shift, to see if he's really, that guy really a cop. It's odd how he was acting.
I got you. Can you hang out here for a minute?
Yeah.
All right.
The officers soon discovered that Jones was not a corrections officer and only used to work as a jail administrator for Campbell County before he was fired for impersonating a police officer. Just then, the cops proceeded to arrest him.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, all right? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.
Oh, can my girlfriend come pick him up home?
You'll be at the Oklahoma County Detention Center.
Who's that? The Oklahoma, is that in Badger?
It's our detention center, it's our jail. Well, it's pretty good size, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people that go to prison say it's the worst place to be. It's not a good place.
I mean, I worked in the jail, but it was the county jail. It was small.
Yeah, our county jail sucks.
Well, it was small.
Oh, this one's big. A lot of people in it.
I had 6 cells.
6.
Like 6, like F.
Oh,
you know,
we have
FG.
200 cells on the floor, and we've got 13 floors.
Jones was then taken to the police station, where he was charged with impersonating a police officer and transporting an open container. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we looked at some of the most absurd cases of people impersonating law enforcement and getting caught by real officers. The humiliation they endured was severe, making it unlikely they'd attempt such crimes again. If you agree with me, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch how this dangerous was turned in by his wife.
He lost it, and actually that night he punched me like a whole bunch of times, like in my legs and like my stomach. He pinned me in the bedroom up against the dresser in the bed, and like he choked me and he kept smacking me. I had bruises everywhere.